All right, Jess. Well,
Hey.
how you think that show went?
I think yet again we've had a fabulous show. I know I be going. I know you the pilot. Trish, I know you the pilot. But sometimes I just be taking the wheel, and I'm so sorry. I don't know why I do that. I just like to talk, which is why I'm the captain. But
I don't think there's nothing wrong with talking, though. I think that it's good that you add stuff to it because, like being the host, I'm also the producer as well too. So like people always wonder, right, what I'm looking at while I'm doing this whole entire thing. And it's like I'm looking at, timers. I'm looking at to make sure that the stream is going well, that there's no dropped frames. I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at my iPad to see, what thing I could think about next. I'm reading the chat to see what Cupcake Fernando, Universal, Heel Vega, and everybody else got to talk about. Like, it's a lot. So I appreciate the fact that I have somebody that while you're talking, I can do so many other things in the background. So I do appreciate you being here. I do appreciate you, being the voice for the ladies. And I'm so glad that I found you on Threads.
Oh my goodness, I'm glad I found you.
Did you find me or did I find you?
I don't know what happened. I know one thing. We have a mutual, which is not Nick.
No.
Mutual, so
we also have another mutual, Felicia.
Who's Felicia?
From the Storyline podcast. That's my home girl.
What's her name on Threads?
Felicia.
I be talking to
her name is, look, I'm about to look right now. In case you guys are wondering what you're watching, this is after the show. We just did a show just now, and this is what Jess and I normally do when we are finished. We normally talk for a little bit and recap and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's nothing really too crazy. So I just decided that, you know what, let you guys be a part of it. And let's see, I'm going to find out who's the girl, the woman. I don't want to say girl because that's disrespectful.
I'm glad you know that, dear.
Look, I was raised by a woman. Okay, I think that you're friends with her. She's got a lot of followers, though. No, I don't think you follow her. No, you guys liked each other's post. You do follow her. Wait, does she follow?
What's her name? That's all I need to know. I just need to know her name.
Oh wait, she don't follow me no more.
Oh snap! Oops. Oh Lord, you probably done struck a nerve, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess so. She don't follow me no more. Okay.
Well,
damn, that was my homie too.
Dang. Well, I do know that me, you, and not Nick are mutuals. So
I like not Nick.
Likely,
good guy.
Huh?
I like not Nick. He's a good guy.
He's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny. But I don't know, it was in one of those and we was talking and I think you was saying you was looking for somebody. And I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to do, I've been trying to do podcasting for a while. And I knew I didn't want to do wrestling by myself. I didn't want to do that because I'm like, again, I am just a fan.
You are just a fan.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan and I enjoy fandom of things. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I would want somebody who was who's been watching it, knows the game, knows the rules and everything. So that way, when I do say some crazy stuff, they'll be able to give the legit thing about it.
So I'll tell you this, I'll be 100% honest. Before I started doing the Tristen Law Show, I had a podcast that I was doing with a bunch of other people. And I wanted to do, eventually the pandemic happened, so I did my own thing. And I was so afraid. I didn't know how I can do it. I thought I needed somebody to carry me the entire time. And eventually, you know what? The way how I carried myself was I did interview style podcasts. I always had somebody else there. I did it for 2 seasons. Then I came into season 3 when I started going live. And the reason why I started, I wanted to do interviews at first, but the reason why I started doing where I just talk about pro wrestling because on Threads, a lot of people were interacting and they were liking my takes. And I'm like, oh, maybe there's a market for that. So the reason why I didn't do interviews or go interview heavy is because I couldn't figure out how to get somebody with me on the stream at the same exact time. So what I did was I was like, you know what? Fine, let's just talk about wrestling. So I just talked about wrestling. And for the first couple of times, there's nobody here. Then eventually we got people like Cupcake who's here. And Cupcake says that it doesn't matter that we two are good together. I appreciate the nice words, Cupcake. I appreciate you so much. Hope that one day we can meet you in person. And thank you for that.
Yes, I would love that. I would love to.
But like, I had to learn that, you know what? I can do it by myself because I have radio experience. I've worked on live radio. I did country music. And when you did country music, you're pretty much talking to yourself. You're in the studio by yourself. You're talking to yourself. I am in a room in my apartment that I turned into a studio. And all I do, and that's how I make every single episode. I got 2 screens. I got a computer. I got a camera. I got lights, you know, and that's how I make every single show possible. So Jess, I'm telling you this, one day, I promise you, if the Tristen Law Show blows up, I'm going to change the name of the channel. The Tristen Law Show will still be here. It'll be a separate show altogether. But I want somebody like you. I'm not making you any promises, but I'm telling you this. I want somebody like you to possibly host a show of your own that just talks to women. I want you to talk about just the woman's view of wrestling. Because I feel like in this day and age, that women could be wrestling fans. There's nothing for you to be ashamed about. Absolutely not.
I'm gonna say, y'all see this roster of women?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm like, man, you got your. If I say you want the pretty girls, you got your Bianca Belair. You like your dark angels, boom, you got Stephanie, and you got Rena Ripley. You like anime, you got Io Sky. You like bipolarness, you got Bailey. Like. It's like it's a full ice cream. It's Baskin Robbins. Like you got every single flavor of women in the WWE. And there, you know, I mean, we could do better with the storyline because, you know, we was friends and now we beefing because, you know, I was like, when they did that with Naomi, Jade, and Bianca, I was like, okay, make this the last time.
Right.
Make this the last time you ever try to do something like that. Do something different. Like, I was like, they could did so much. I was like, I feel like Naomi just was ad-libbing at that point. Because I'm like, girl, you went to that girl house.
Right. Y'all just making stuff up on the fly. I want to say this, though. I'm looking at Cupcake. Cupcake says that she would love to meet the both of us, but she also said that I've been a wrestling fan for 60 years. Let me tell you something. If Cupcake has been a fan for 60 years, I want to say maybe she started watching when she was 5.
I loved it.
I am so glad that we have somebody like Cupcake, a woman who's at least in her 60s plus. Cupcake, I'm not asking how old you are. I know better, but I'm glad that I have somebody like you here that could bring a perspective of the old school fan. And I'm glad that you find us entertaining enough that you want to come back. Cupcake, I'm going to ask you while you're here, how did you find the Tristen Law Show? Maybe, I don't know, how did you find it? But the thing though, Jess, is that I love that woman. I love that the women are no longer the popcorn match. My first match, and I feel like we're doing another episode. We're not, but my first match my first show that I ever went to was Extreme Rules 2007 in June 2007 in Jacksonville, Florida. It's only a couple of days before I went to pro wrestling school. And I remember when the ladies wrestled that night, it was time to go take a break, to go get popcorn, go to the bathroom, whatever. But I love the fact now that the women, that the women are much more than the popcorn match. That the women, that if you miss their match, you're going to miss something. I'm going to keep it 100. My friend Dave from Dave Knows Wrestling might be watching, and he might laugh and he might want to make fun of me. But I'll tell you this. When WrestleMania 35's main event was announced as Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Ronda Rousey, I ain't going to lie, I shed a tear. You know why I shed a tear? Because I am a boy, my mother's oldest son, and I was raised by a woman. And to know what it's like to be on the outside, to see a woman just wanting to get the same equality as a man, that they finally got it. Wrestling has been around as long as television has been around.
Yes,
and never in that time, ladies have main evented, but nobody really cared about them. But now we have them on the biggest stage of all. It's like them saying, you know what? At the Super Bowl, we're going to put 2 ladies teams against each other.
Amazing. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. I watched that match. I did. I watched that match only because, well, don't judge me, y'all. When Ronda was fighting MMA, I was a fan
of Ronda.
Back then when she was fighting, I stopped becoming a fan of hers when she came to wrestle, because I was like, it was like, watch it. Like, I feel about her like I feel about Ivy Niles. She's boring. And sometimes, it's just like, okay, you could fight, girl. You got this, but you're boring.
You see, Cupcake and everybody that's watching, they're getting the behind the scenes. Have to turn off these lights. These lights are hot.
Child,
they're hot.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, I about to say I have experience on stage when I was doing like concert band and stuff like that. Bro, no, them studio lights. Yeah. Bro, you would think you're getting a tan.
Cupcake says that she found the Tristen Law Show by browsing YouTube for good wrestling content. So here's my thing, okay? So I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag just a little bit without mentioning the name. So PWI 500 came out, and Jess said, she suggested that we talked about it, and I knew in my mind if we talked about it that it would only make sense to get somebody on the show. And what I normally did in season 1, the way I built season 1 of the Tristen Law Show, Jess, is that I started at the bottom, 500. I started working my way up to get people. And some of the names that I know a lot of the names. I used to wrestle, So I never wanted to touch the top. And I positioned to you, I said to myself that I can't book somebody in the top 20, in the top 50, the top 100. But then, I look at my podcast, right? Like the same way that Cupcake says that she was browsing YouTube for good wrestling content. When you look at the Tristen Law Show, I think it's unlike anything else. It has the ticker on the bottom. I have a ready for TV experience. I want people, when they watch this, that it feels like this is something they can watch on television. And
you're like the Stephen A for wrestling.
I guess, right? I guess I'm the Stephen A for wrestling, right? And but my whole thing too is like, I don't have any confidence in myself. I'll be honest. I could have wrestled in the WWE, at least as enhancement or whatever. Or I could be like, I could have been on TNA. I could have been a person that could have said, yeah, I wrestled in the WWE once. But you know why I never got there, Jess?
I'm about to say, you saw my face like, well, why aren't we there right now?
The reason why I'm not there, and the reason why I work the job that I work for New York City, is because I didn't have any confidence in myself. I remember I had Nunzio. Nunzio was my trainer. Nunzio said, hey, Tristen, you can go out and work other shows. If it wasn't for him, held my hand and brought me on the road, like a big old baby, and made me had confidence in myself. So I said to myself that looking back at Tristen Law Show, I tell you and I tell a bunch of other people that when this thing blows up, my table is long and a lot of people are going to be able to eat. The fans are going to be able to eat because they're going to be able to get the unfiltered. They're going to be able to get the best pro wrestling content that YouTube has to offer. And anybody that's in here that's watching and they have two hands, they have a little bit of creativity and a little bit of ambition, I'm going to put a table that they can eat as well too. So if I have a lot of people that believe in me, you, Jess, my friend Cheyenne, my friend Lewis, Cupcake, Fernando, Universal, people who just keep coming back. If you guys believe in me, I got to believe in me because you guys are depending on me.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that this thing is going to blow up and be the best thing ever, but you know what I want it to be? And I want to be able to do different things like go to pro wrestling shows and have a live Tristen Law Show.
Oh, can you imagine that? I kind of picture that too. For you, for me, I always was like, in my mind, I was like, if I never did podcasts, I want to be a commentator. Like, I always picture myself, if I had that money, if I wasn't like a broke person, I would sit right behind Michael Cole. And I'll have my microphone right there and just have the reactions of everybody else in the back. They're over here, they're watching the match. They gotta look down, they gotta look at their screens, and call it out play by play by play. No. I want to have my mic and get all the ooh, what did you think of that? What do you think of that? Like, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that move? Then I was like, oh, well, but I saw that move. That looked blotched to me. Like, come on, y'all. Like, that's what I want. I want to be the person in the back that the camera looks at and like, I'm like, yeah, I'm her. You're him.
So
we're here.
There's a point, and I'm only going to give us 5 more minutes because these lights are hot. But the thing that I said is that there was a time in my life that I really want to get to the WWE. I really want to get to TNA. You know what? To be quite honest, I always felt that, you know what? Maybe I should go to TNA first. I didn't shoot for the stars and hoping I could fall in the clouds. I went directly to the clouds. I said, you know what? I want to get on TNA. And
can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
What year are we talking about? When you was about to try to just go straight to the WWE? What year we're talking about?
2012.
12.
You know what? I'll even be honest. I went to a Ring of Honor tryout. Okay. And I was maybe 275 pounds, but I moved around like nobody doesn't even know what to say. And Kevin Kelly, who was in the WWE as an announcer, and he was a part of Ring of Honor, and he has his own promotion now. Kevin Kelly and Jim Cornette, they both said to me, "Kid, you move good for a big guy. Do me a favor. Lose weight and come back. We want to see you again." You know what I did? I lost the weight and never went back. If you find any wrestling videos of me, just type in Tristen Law on YouTube, and you see me, and you go, "Oh, wow, that boy's got abs. That boy's got whatever." Yeah, I got there, but I never had the ambition to go back. Instead of me saying that I want to go to WWE, I said, you know what? I want to go to WWE, but let me go to TNA first because I was so coy. I was so coy. Cupcake wants to know, what do we think about Alicia Taylor?
Let me do some research. Alicia.
She's the announcer, the one with the hair, the rock band girl?
The new girl.
Yeah.
The new girl.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. As much as I love my girl, I loved my girl before her. I did. I was like, she sounded like a man. But I like her. And clearly everybody in the wrestling industry loves her too. Every time I turn around, she's dapping up almost every last person she announces.
You're talking about Samantha Irvin. I have to Google her name, respectfully.
Samantha Irvin, which I did not know she was a singer, has a whole album. I never knew that. The only thing I knew is that she was the announcer at WWE, and at the time, that was Ricochet's girlfriend, now fiance.
Right. And a lot of them are singers, like Lillian Garcia. She's a singer. You got Alicia Taylor. Alicia Taylor's a singer. You know, I like Alicia Taylor. But I love Samantha Irvin even more. And a lot of the internet, they hated Samantha Irvin. They hated Samantha Irvin because they hated Samantha Irvin because of who she was. She was a fan. Cupcake says that maybe God has a different plan for you, Tristen. You know what, Cupcake? I'll be honest with you. I was talking to somebody this afternoon, and I was telling them that same exact thing. You know, I accidentally fell into broadcasting school, always wanted to work AM radio. I grew up in New York City as a kid, always wanted to work on Elvis Duran Z100. I got an opportunity to work on a country music station where I used to live back in the day, up where I used to live, or where I live. I got to work on the country music station, to be on AM radio. I always talked about being a radio star from when I was a kid, and the closest that I get to do is to be a podcaster. And, you know, it's like I love wrestling so much that I went to go give my money to learn how to go do it. So maybe God does have something better for me. And maybe the plan is for me to do this and build a community. And you know what, Cupcake? I'm thankful for people like you. If you ever do anything else, Cupcake, here's what I ask you to do. And I ask you, ask Fernando, ask everybody else, Hill Vega. You know, I'm even asking you, Jess. If you guys believe in what's happening here, I need you guys to be the ambassador. I need you to go ahead and express to people what's happening here. Share the links on your social media. Let people see what's going on here, because I'm trying by myself and I'm building. And I don't say I'm by myself. I'm trying. And you know what, Jess? I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't like working with people.
You're not. It's okay.
I don't. You know why? Because I'm a perfectionist. I'm a Virgo, and I'm a perfectionist. And all I wanted to do is be right. Because when I don't have to depend on anybody, I know it's right. So by me working with you, by us working together, by me having you here as the female voice, that's me working out of my comfort zone.
Well, I appreciate, first of all, a Virgo working with a Pisces. That's almost unheard of.
Is it? I don't know nothing about.
Well, the zodiac signs, we're cool. But of course, you know, we bump heads every once in a while. But like I said, man, I enjoy your personality, and you know your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say compete, but you know, you're not, well, hey, you're not misogynistic. you see it for what it is. You stick to the business and everything like that. I don't have to fight for a time to talk or anything like that. You give me the space to, express what I need to express within the show, of course. And I feel comfortable. I don't feel like Melissa Ford. You feel me?
Who's Melissa Ford?
Melissa Ford was the old co-host of the Joe Budden podcast. Now it's Mona. Mona, she's known as Don't Call Me White Girl.
Oh, I saw you. You posted about that on Threads earlier. Aha. Cupcake says, why don't you two do a watch along for a PLE? I'll be honest. I did a watch along for Raw a couple months ago, and it's just like, for me, it just sucks. Maybe it sucked because there was, and I think you might have positioned this to me, Jess. You might have said something about doing this, but like I did a watch along a couple months ago, and it sucked. It sucked. Because I'm just watching wrestling, and I watch differently. So maybe if I do a watch along to where I watch with somebody else, maybe it'll work. But to be real transparent, Cupcake, my schedule doesn't allow me to watch PLEs. I have to watch them after the fact because I work for. I'll tell you, I don't mention it too often. I work for the subway in New York City. And, and obviously my views that I make here on the Tristen Law Show does not represent them. They represent my views and my views alone. Got to make sure I say that part. But I don't have time to do it. So that's why I do shows early in the morning. I got to do a show today at night because of the schedule fit. But that's why I do shows typically from between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. because that's when I have the time in the morning. Granted, I might not be getting much sleep in the morning. I might wake up, do the show, and then go back to sleep, but that's why it works like that for me.
Hey, man.
But I'm willing to try it, Cupcake. I'm willing to try it. If the stars align, I will try it with Jess and see what happens.
I would love that. I truly would. Besides, I prefer to actually react in front of people. If y'all was to ever catch me, I did it once on live on TikTok. It wasn't as fun. It wasn't as fun because wasn't nobody reacting to me. It was only like 3 people that did. So I'm over there crashing out about all the stuff that's going on and stuff and, making whole commentation with myself. And I'm just like, well, this is no fun. Ain't no one agreeing or disagreeing.
Right.
So Tristen, I get it. We're adults. We have a life, but whenever you are ready, whenever you got the time, hopefully before WrestleMania.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully we'll be able to do this before WrestleMania.
Okay, I got you. Well, you know what, Jess? I appreciate you.
I appreciate you and everybody that's watching. I appreciate all of you.
Yeah. Or people that's watching this later on. I'm gonna keep this up. A little sample of what we're going to do once we once this channel is monetized. You'll be able to hang around after select shows and, while you'll be able to listen to me and Jess just shoot the shit. You can shoot the shit with us. There's no format. There's no way that this is going to go. I just time it out and just we're just talking. We're just freestyling. There's no rhyme or reason. So, Jess, I'm going to leave this public. I'm not going to hide it. Just tell people where they can find you.
All right, you guys. So, a lot of you guys got on me on the last time. Talk about that. It's just too many names. So you can find me just the Yapton at all platforms.
Oh, we're growing up now.
Yeah, I just went ahead and kept the name. Just the Yapton. You can find it exactly there on YouTube, TikTok, Threads, and Instagram.
And I'm Tristen Law. You can find me at The Real Big Tris, or you can follow the show, Tristen Law Show, wherever you could type in Tristen Law Show, type it in. I appreciate everybody. Jess, I appreciate you. Cupcake, thank you for being a part of this experiment. I appreciate everybody. And we'll be back on Saturday. What you doing Saturday? You free Saturday?
I am free Saturday.
You sure you're not doing brunch this time?
No, I'm not. Not early. Not early.
So how early?
I say my shit gigs is at 9:00 at night.
Okay.
I'm gonna go, shake my little half a ass from like 9 to 11, and then I'm coming home.
All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to the channel, and the next video. Where's the YouTube studio? YouTube studio. Is that where? No, it's not in the YouTube studio. No, this is actually where this go live. And I'm going to make that episode public. It's called, actually I need a thumbnail for it. I'm not going to do it. It's going to be called PWI 500, 2025, the rankings that don't add up.
Yeah, because somebody on there is number 6, but their brother is way down at like 16, 17.
Well, let's keep that for next time. Jess, there's only one way that I can say this. Thank you, and have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes. Good night, everybody. Night, Tristen.
Good night.
Stay safe.
Thanks, you too.